He's very exciting, he's animated, he's fun, and he's a perennial favorite for YYLC. Please welcome Bryan Dodge.
I'm now going to teach you the most powerful technology exists on this earth.
Let's buckle up and get ready to fly, because I am going to give you the mother lode.
Those that focus on the how in life always end up working for those that focus on the why. You have to be an eager learner. You have to be an eager learner.
Bryan Dodge. Yes, you've heard that name before. Bryan Dodge, not a motivational speaker, but an inspirational speaker. What is it that sets Bryan Dodge apart from other speakers? What makes him so different?
One of the things that Bryan sets apart from other speakers is the fact that when he talks with my people, he talks to their heads and to their heart.
He just brings an energy level that radiates into a crowd and gets them on the edge of their seat.
Even though he's standing in front of a group of 120 people or 2,000 people, everybody feels that it's a personal message to them.
He really makes it very personal in terms of why people do what they do, but then he also challenges people to be extraordinary in their own right.
The heart of Bryan Dodge is his message. What makes Bryan Dodge's message so different?
He tells you in his message, he says, you know, I'm not here for you. I'm here for the people that are depending on you. He not only talks about their attitude, but he also talks about what's important to them in their personal life as well as their business life.
Very easy to talk to. He talks in a language that everybody can relate to.
His message is not to motivate, but really to inspire.
True. You take an idiot and you motivate him. What do you have?
Does Bryan Dodge engage an audience?
Whether it's for 45 minutes or it's for 6 hours, he has everyone in the room mesmerized and wanting more.
When he first gets started, you kind of wonder where he's going and what he's doing, but it sure doesn't take long for people to put their BlackBerries away and listen to every word he has to say. And I just don't see that with every speaker that we've had in the past.
What's it like working with Bryan Dodge?
They're the easiest guys to work with you can ever imagine. I've used them on a session here in Texas with about 50 people, and he did a great job. And then I used him over in Tampa, Florida.
My team actually did most of the legwork, and they said it was fantastic. From just interviewing Frank, who works for Bryan, as well as the conversation with Bryan himself.
It's very impressive how smoothly everything runs. There are no worries or concerns because he's done this before, and yet he treats you as though you and your event is the only thing in the world that matters. And that really, really means a lot.
He came to the event, and I gave him a ride back to the airport, and I set the GPS for the wrong airport. So we went to some little municipal airport, and a lot of people would have been very, very frustrated with me, I'm sure. And Bryan took it in stride, and we all ended up making our flight, but it was a true test of his patience for a knucklehead like me.
What is Bryan Dodge like before and after the presentation?
He's available. That's one of the things that I really like. We had an event. There was 340 customers, and Bryan was just there. He made us late, which was fine because the customers swarmed him, you know, asking for his card, asking for his advice, working through individual problems.
He's always early when he comes to an event. He loves to meet the people before the event, and he loves to meet them after the event.
We noticed that when the audience came in, there was hype and excitement because of who he was. By the end of the meeting, the audience kind of walked out on clouds. And each person had their own individual high because they felt good about themselves and felt that they had advice that they could take to their next direction.
How does the audience feel at the end of the program?
I've seen people stand in line waiting to shake his hand or speak to him for a couple hours.
They left really energized and ready to really go back and make some changes.
With his call to action in the 48 hours, that encourages people to follow up, act on what they've heard about, and also build on the foundation that Bryan sets forward.
And who are these people that love Bryan Dodge?
My name is Robert Delvo with Bridgestone Firestone Tire.
Jim Heinz. I'm Senior Vice President at Fujitsu.
Rachel Collier-Vella, General Manager of New Orleans Television, NOTV.
Rocky Cunningham. I work for Aflac in the Louisiana East State operation.
Warren Barhorse. I'm with the Barks Insurance Group. We're a nationwide insurance agency out of Houston, Texas.
Scott Bemis, and I'm the publisher of the Denver Business Journal.
Chris Mooney. County. I work for GAF Materials Corporation. We're America's largest roofing manufacturer.
My name is Wayne Studeman. I'm with Ag Spectrum Company from DeWitt, Iowa.
This is Scott Sim. I'm with Pulte Homes.
How do you know Bryan Dodge has been in your area? He leaves a trail of inspired individuals. You've just heard some of them. Now, how would you like to see some more? Visit BryanDodge.com. That's Bryan with a Y and Dodge like the car.com.
America needs you to stand up and tell it how much you love it. Goodbye, everybody.